Margarita. I am Puti the Realty, and today I wanted to, well, first of all, it's Tuesday, so I wanted to answer a question. Keep in mind that whenever you ask me a question, I feel that you trust me, and I really appreciate that. So let me let me just tell you about the question that was asked to me over the weekend. A lot of people get really excited about getting an offer when you have a property on the market and they get an offer within 24 hours, and then it is advertised the property sold within 24 hours, which is really nice. One quick disclaimer before we continue is that I want to talk to tell you about my personal experience. This does not apply for every single transaction. However, this has been my experience, so that's why I wanted to share it with you, because of course, if people approach me, I think this has happened more than once. So whenever people get really excited about getting a property under contract or getting an offer within 24 hours and it looks really good, I agree with you. It does look really good. However, in my personal experience, and again, I'm talking about my personal transaction for some of my clients, what happens is that if you get an offer really quick, that means that the property is either priced well. There's gonna more than likely create competition, more than likely put you in a multiple offer situations. Very few times I have experienced that the first offer is the best offer. So that's been my experience in my job as a listing agent. I want to go back and negotiate them. If I see that there's a trend, like everybody is paying for title except for one, which is the highest offer, because they made the highest offer, they don't want to pay for title. So what I try to do is make it a competition. I look at the trend, what everybody is doing, and then combine them all and then come with the best option, meaning what's the best option for the seller, of course, if I'm representing the seller, right? Because we're talking about a house going under contract really quick. So this was my experience, and I'm going to tell you two different transactions. One of the transactions, I'm going to give you a little more detail because that was my personal transaction. So one of the transactions was that we got an offer within 2 hours, which sounds really good, right? Full asking, not any contingencies, not asking for any closing costs or anything like that. It was actually a very good offer. There was a property that we wanted to sell quick because, of course, the type of loan, so it's a lot of information going into it. But asking price, no contingencies, no closing costs, buying, paying title, which was a very good offer. However, we thought, okay, if we get this one within 2 hours, then what? So we waited. So this was happening on a Saturday, and then Monday came, and then we did say, highest and best. By the time highest and best, the first offer that was asking price was the highest offer after multiple offers, $15,000 over asking, and that was the highest offer overall. So, which is good. What I'm trying to say is that the first offer may be a good offer, but not necessarily the best offer. I look for the best offer. I like the best offer. And me being a client, if I was in the seller's shoes, I don't want the first, I want the best. So I try to make him negotiate. And keep in mind, this was years ago. It was not a recent transaction. Right now, I mean, 15,000, 10,000, that is very common. A few months back, that was not very common. So I was very proud of the transaction. Not taking the first was my best bet. It does look very good though on the agent. Whoever says, I sold the house within 2 hours. Yeah, it does sound really good. And I'm not saying that every transaction, please just take my disclosure again. Not every situation is the same. Sometimes the first offer is the best offer, but how do you know? That would be my question. In this other transaction, we actually got a good offer, pretty decent, also above asking price, within 24 hours, but we decided to wait. We stayed on the market. We did receive multiple offers, and then we noticed that most of the offers were above asking. Most of the offers were about the same amount. Like at that point, the property was, let's say, can't remember exactly, but closer to 200,000, right? So all the property was priced by about 190, but all the offers were around 200,000. None of them were under the specific amount or close or at even asking price. So all of them were about 200,000. Well, in this specific situation, I'm gonna tell you what happened. The property did not appraise, which could have been horrible if we did not wait in the market a little bit longer. because then at that point we thought, okay, it did not appraise, not even at asking price. It was below asking price. However, most of the offers were at $200,000. The property did not even appraise at $190,000. None of the offers were at appraised value. None of them. All of them were above asking. So of course the buyer came back and said, you know what, it didn't appraise. Let me go ahead and negotiate with you. Let's go to appraised value, which was under the asking price. And we're like, no, all of the offers are above that number, so we're gonna stay at that number. And if you don't like it, we're just gonna move on and go to the next one, because there's multiple people that are willing to pay what you also wanted to pay, and therefore we're not gonna drop the price. I'm sorry, I know it didn't appraise, but we're not gonna go that low because there's 7 other people willing to pay the price that you're also willing to pay. So we're gonna go back and negotiate with the other ones. Guess what happened? They paid the difference. Now the seller would have been in a loss going if they only took the first offer at the only offer and they didn't get the chance to see the other offers or sold within 24 hours. They would not have the opportunity to see what the other offers were, and therefore probably more willing to negotiate to the appraised value. In this case, the appraised value again was below the asking price, but we did not even sell the house at asking price. We sold the property at above asking compared with the rest of the offers that we received. So the seller only got the buyer only got a specific amount for what they were gonna get from the loan, because that based on the appraisal, but then the difference was paid out of pocket by the buyer. And therefore, I don't like to sell within 24 hours. I know it would make me look really, really good if I advertise I sold within 24 hours, but I don't believe that's the best for my clients. I don't believe that that's the best for the seller. And that's my personal belief. That's why I prefer to be myself, and I prefer to work the best of the transaction. Every transaction, I think, or it feels like if it's my own transaction, I know it's not my house, but it is my transaction, and I like to take care of it the best that I can, and the best that I can is not to sell within 24 hours. However, if there's an offer that is cash and it's like $15,000-$20,000 that we're asking, I may change my mind. But if it's not, I'm gonna work it. I'm gonna find the best choice. So I just wanted to share with you guys. Again, I appreciate your calls and I appreciate your questions. If you ask me questions, I feel that you trust me, and I truly appreciate that. Until next time, I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye.